thank you so much, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have been testing to see if this equipment is working. It seems I on a false start. I bought this remote control to record on the equipment, so this is a test, but it could be also the real thing, in the sense of me trying to see, to figure out if this thing really works in real life. This is a microphone, as you can see here. I got it today. From the beginning of this channel, I haven't actually been able to use the such equipment because I didn't think they would be important. We are about 1 second into recording, and there will be some element of recording. Of course, in terms of images, I am not sure if any sound is going to be heard. I think there will be sound because I can see a flickering light, if you can see here, and that is a sign of hope, but I cannot take anything for granted. I'll be stopping this material sooner or later, and if I find that it gives me the honor of working while I'm trying to record, which would be very exciting for the first time using this equipment, and I hope it works. If it works, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. I've been seeing it from different YouTubers, content creators across the world, but I'm thinking to myself, I live in the UK and I see these things in Africa, in other parts of the world, but I think, well, maybe if I can also get it and really give my name or the name of my channel a boost, that would be something really nice. Leave a comment below, let me know. I'm almost 100% sure that it works, but to the extent that it works, I want to know. I'm going to stop in a second, like I said, and also just look at this device. Look at this device. This is the first time I'm using this device, but it works. If you press this now, it's good. So, welcome again, and I'm testing equipment such as this. This is remotely recording. I'm testing them, and if you're lucky enough to see the rest of the video in the segment I've been recording to try and test this equipment, one way or the other, it stops the video randomly. Probably I've touched something, and it seems to me if you touch something, then probably it also stops the video, and I hope I didn't do that inadvertently to stop the other video, and I hope it doesn't operate at random as well, because I also today got myself a microphone which now doesn't seem to be working necessarily for some reason, one reason or another. Can't see any sign of life in the microphone, and it seems not to be working at all, unless you can see any light, because there is no light in it at all. I don't know why. Probably because it has run out of power, because I've been I have actually been testing it. I've been charging it as well. So I hope I hope it works, but it seems not to be working at all. Yeah, it does. It's flickering. I think I did probably made some mistake. If that is the case, then it will be found out. Its offenses, if any, will be found out sooner rather than later, because it seems to me that I will have to stop this recording to check if it is in order, and mainly I've been testing this equipment because I bought this microphone today, and I've been seeking to see if it actually works. And also this remote controlling device itself, it appears now not to be working because I can't see any light. Normally when you don't see light in things, you can only assume that it might not be working, but I think it should be working. It's because I'm actually charging it at the same time as trying to figure out that it might be able to work, but because it's the one which has been switching on and off. Because if something switches off, it means this thing is doing the switching off and also the switching on. You can see the light now because I'm using this mobile phone to actually to charge it. You can see there is a light, but sometimes the light disappears, even though it is on the charger on the phone, on this mobile phone. I'm not sure its attitude. Maybe it wants the phone to be on constantly. Let me try that. The phone is now on constantly. I've set it up to be on, and it seems to be running the show in more independently than I would love to do to have, because normally if you have control systems such as this device, you should literally be in full control of it. Let me try now, because we are 4 minutes into this recording. I'm going to stop this recording using this by pressing that circular button there. When you see this video stops, it means I have just touched it like this, like pressing like this, and then it has to stop it, because that is how I will know that I am actually in control of this. Bear with me, stay tuned, continue watching. I'll be piecing together these videos, because I've got other segments within these which I will connect into a full video, and it is my hope that you will entertain yourself, or disentertain yourself, or unentertain yourself, whichever word you would like to use. These are new things which I am trying to use. I'm using this mobile phone to actually charge these, because I think they need charging all the times. And also this device here, this is a microphone, and I hope is working as effectively as you would admire or even aspire to listen to the outcome as much as you would desire so to do. And I'm so grateful that you came, that you saw this video. As I was trying to mention, been away for a while doing other aspect of my channel development, other form of production, supporting the channel in different ways to make sure maybe we grow in one way or the other. And I'm happy to say now that I have actually achieved the 1,000 subscribers mark. Now I'm looking for watch hours. If you are familiar with the requirement for monetization, and my hope that toward the end of the year, perhaps also, you never know, a video like this can go viral, and that's my prayer, that if it goes viral, maybe hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of views, and you get your watch hour one way or the other, or a couple or a few videos, you never know, because social media is quite unpredictable, a bit like the weather. You record a video and you do a lot of work, editing, doing a lot of work, and you are so happy and proud of the material, and 2 or 3 people will watch it, will view it, and it's so frustrating. But who knows? I mean, as content creators, our focus is to produce content, and it is a privilege with YouTube to provide this opportunity, and to social media is what it is. Social is reality TV, and a reality platform. What you see is what you get, and that's the way life is turning with the media. More openness. I think it support the idea of open society. If there is such a thing as open society, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about the way this platform operates. Why, if any, if you like YouTube infrastructure, if you don't like it, leave a comment below and let me know why you do like it or why you don't like it, and what YouTube might or might not be helping you at all. And I believe something like this in this age, in this day and age, is really helpful to many people in different ways. I met a young child, the son of my neighbor, and he is my fan, one of my fans. He's just down the road. I used to babysit him when he was still little, and now I'm busy. I'm so busy that he has a babysitter now. So all the time he is disturbing his parents, or to take him, to bring him to me. So they bring him to me often, and he says, uncle. He calls me uncle. He say, uncle, I don't want to read. He say he doesn't want to read books. He wants to watch YouTube all day long. That's what he said. It's about 6 years now. So I was so, I told his dad. So his dad was just sitting there driving and laughing because we were going to the supermarket. And sometimes I don't have a car at the moment. They help me here and now, and also the health condition, a long-term health condition, which I'm trying to manage. I'm trying to get a lot of as much support as possible from different sources. But my friend have been helping me, chauffeuring me around as it were in his car, and we help each other. Sometimes I drive his wife to work, or maybe I take them somewhere when they feel like not really driving. If I'm healthy enough to drive from time to time, because my health condition is changeable. I can be walking now, the next minute I am not moving at all, and that's why I like to sit other than walk around. And also in my work, I also work from home. I give telephone advice, and that means I have to use the equipment, the computer, internet, telephone, mobile. So because I give telephone and email advice, so to speak, so far. But I probably can think of also doing I don't know what we call live chat or whatever, but I'm content with the way I'm doing it now. I get a lot of support from my from the organization I help in, and I'm so happy that I had that privilege. We learn a lot, you get a lot of experience, and we live in a world of information. We live in a world of knowledge, and knowledge is strength, knowledge is power, and YouTube is a factor, it's a function of information and knowledge, especially for young people. And in their essence, younger generation are actually cleverer than the older ones. I'm not. I don't like to think of myself as old, because if you think so, you are. But sometimes, even if you are 100 years, you can think yourself young. One would never leave a comment below if you think you can think yourself into becoming young or becoming very old. Because even if you are only 20 and you keep thinking you are one thing or another, in my thinking, you will end up being such a thing. Such as I have suggested also in the videos, in some of my videos, that as you think, so you are. This is a familiar mantra, but I applied it on something I call the cultural economy, which you will be familiar if you have been watching my video. I say this is how people think about themselves and about other people, as human. You focus on humanity, as I put it, and that is my idea of cultural economy, global cultural economy. The new cultural global economy I would refer to as the global dimension of thinking of people, and also thinking of peace, and thinking of good relationship, thinking of joy and happiness. And as we think, so we become peacemakers if we think peace. This is really a simple logic, a simple concept. A lot of people know it, a lot of people talk about it, but if we begin to do it, if we begin to actually concentrate to take it on it seriously, we are going to forget all about guns and bombs. Because now we think about guns and bombs as being the primary instruments of peace. How can a weapon be an instrument of peace? Is a weapon, a lethal weapon at that, is a weapon of mass destruction, which is what you see in the Middle East, which is what you also see in Ukraine. If you saw President Zelensky of Ukraine going to meet Donald Trump and his vice president, I think his vice president's name is Vince, I think his name is Vance. Vince or Vance, I think Vance. Leave a comment below if you know his name. They are very new couples in the office of the presidency in America. They were elected recently. There were some rumors in the social media that they rigged the election. I mean, anything goes in the social media, whether it is true or false. It is for you to think whether you think people can manipulate election with using technology like artificial intelligence or any of the new tech. Leave a comment below whether or not it undermines democracy, because if you rig an election, especially in America, you are totally anti-democracy. Democracy should be free and fair election, and also respect for human rights and respect for the voice of the minority. Different people almost define differently what they think democracy to be. So we have taken so far 14 minutes. Time flies when it comes to vlogging on YouTube. My primary intention today talking to you, I'm so excited because I got a microphone which I'm charging now. If you see the white end here, the black and white, the white is actually a charger and it's working quite effectively here. You see a flickering light, it means it's charging. That's what I think. And I think also it is working because I can see a green light at the tip here. It flicks. I think you can also see it as it flicks in green. And I conclude there that the sound is being recorded, and my hope is that there is going to be an improvement on the sound. You can buy your device as much as you like, but if it doesn't improve the sound of your operation, of your material, of your video, then it is probably a waste of time. But I'm just excited about it. Makes me look like somebody who is a content creator, a proper YouTuber who has a really cool looking microphone, if you take a look. And also this little device here which I'm charging, which is starts and stop remotely. It's actually a tiny remote control, this little device here, which I'm charging now using this mobile phone. I'm using the other main mobile phone which I'm now talking into, and we are 15 minutes into this. Stay tuned, continue watching, and see you in the next segment of this progression. And as I have said in the other segment and the other clip, I'm going to use this device again, this time probably more proficiently, more effectively, because as you continue to work with things like this, you progressively gain confidence to operate it as a second nature, some kind of accompaniment to what my work might or might not be. So I'm going to press this round part here. As soon as I press it, we should stop this video. And see you in the next one. See you. Good evening once more. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David Okun and I'm happy to be here. I've been testing new things today. I bought some new devices. If you watch the other segment of my video, you will find that I've been talking about something like this, which I believe should be working now. I'm more confident even if I don't see light flickering. Whether it flickers, whether it doesn't flicker, let me hope it is working anyway, because only bought them today, and ever since this evening. Today is Tuesday, the 4th of March, and we are in the process of something called Ramadan. If you know anything about Ramadan, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you are Muslim, there's something called Eid Mubarak, and let me know if you think I'm pronouncing it accurately. It's Eid. I think it is called Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak. If you are a Muslim, I'm a Christian, and we are people of faith. And I went today out where I bought this equipment. I don't want to touch it because it falls off and it interferes. And also this, which is a remote. If you have seen the previous segment of this video, which I recorded previously, I'm going to put them together in editing to try and make a video. You see this is a remote control. I bought it today. It's a bit costly, but from my point of view, it's a bit costly. And if you comment below, I'm not going to tell you how much it is, because you may think it is not, and I'm already saying it is costly. This is if you touch it now, because that's why I'm putting it down here. If I hold it in my hand, I can touch it by mistake and stop the video, because it stops and starts the video on the phone. That is a mobile phone which I use to record my videos. I don't have a camera such as maybe a GoPro. Maybe I will get it, but this video, this camera is really very nice. I think. Leave a comment below if you think it produces good pictures. I think it does. I think it does produce good pictures, and it's a case of really improving things here and there. And sometimes using videos, it's about managing the lighting system. And like in most things in life, I hope this microphone is working for me. If it is not, then it is okay. I hope I will be able to produce enough sound for you to hear what I am trying to say. But my hope is that this microphone should improve the sound as much as I bought it today to help in the process of video making. If it doesn't improve the sound quality as in the device of videography or recording devices of sound devices, then it's going to be okay, because I mean, something is better than nothing as long as it works, and as long as it makes me feel more it makes me feel happier that I'm having an equipment to work with, then that is okay. So you're warmly welcome to this YouTube channel after a longer, a fairly long break. 2025 has been progressive, and it's said it before, and we have been making a lot of progress on this channel. It is fairly slow one way or the other, but in other ways it has been moving fairly okay. It's too early to make comments because there are certain things still going on with the progress of the videos. So I will let you know when the time is right. And for the moment, it's a case of trying to post as many videos as possible, hoping one or two, because see, videos and YouTube channels are about viewership. If people view it, it really makes you feel good. It makes you feel you have done something interesting, something which people like, and that is how it works with the social media. And it doesn't matter what you think about your video. You may sometimes think the video is probably extremely good, or you may also think the video is extremely bad, but to the extent that people like it, people who view it like it, and to the extent that they give positive comments, you are good to go. So for those of you who are actually happy enough to have joined me this evening here in the UK, it is now quarter past. It's actually 25 minutes past, nearly half past, actually 9 at night in the evening. So we are nearly half past 9 really. And leave a comment below, let me know what country you are watching this video from and what time it is at your end. And at your end there, let me know what time, which country, in whether in America, which continent, whether in Africa, whether you are in Asia. And it's easier to memorize, to remember the continents sometimes more than countries. There are more countries than continents. So, but one way or the other, you know, one step at a time. We are here to learn one thing or another because we are, you know, social media participants. You know, we are users of this great infrastructure. And my message to people who use YouTube is to continue using it. People who use other aspects of social media continue using it. It is a trending platform, is a trending system which we are happy to embrace in every aspect of our life, whether it is development, whether it is culture, whether we make money from social media, whether we do it to entertain ourselves or just to be creative for recreational purposes. It is what it is. It is here to stay, and to the extent that society or even the big authorities allow you to access and use this platform, make the best use of it. A lot of people see social media as a source of problem, but I think the majority of people do appreciate that it is a good thing. Everything, almost everything we have in our life is good as long as we use it in a good way. Whatever we misuse, that is when such things become bad. And social media is more so because it is so influential, and a lot of people, more and more people, are now spending more and more time on social media, which is a good development, and I see more and more people participating. But don't take my word for it. This generation will do their part. The next generation will decide what they want to do with one thing or another. I was talking about what I refer to as cultural economy, which is valuing people and valuing yourself, valuing other people, and being human, and also working, striving to be peaceful And peace is the opposite of war. If we do peace, we fight less. The more peace, the less war. And if you see in Israel, in Gaza, in the Middle East, if you see it in Russia or Ukraine, in parts of Europe, Asia, Africa, we fight by choice. If we think peace, if we practice peace, if we learn peace, then we begin to ease our way out of warfare. And I believe that is a better way to survive as a species. I know there are people who are wrong in our societies, whichever part of the world we are, whether you're in Africa or any other part of the world, there are honestly wrong people who are in the wrong places, especially if they're in power. And if you're in power and you are a bad person, then do yourself a favor, do ourselves a favor, get out of power. And my appeal to ordinary citizens of the world, not because they're ordinary in the sense of their attitude to society, are working for peace. Because usually the essence of life, the essence of participation, any undertaking, any enterprise should have its objective peace, peaceful coexistence, peaceful discourses. If we do not understand peace, then our purposes are in vain. And that's what I've been talking about, the underlying. That's why I stop from time to time to do a reflection so that we get a sense of why I am doing my videos, what I get up to, what my thinking is, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about a culture. What is your idea of culture? I say it's a roadmap to peace. If we use culture peacefully, if culture become to mean respecting ourselves and respecting other people, and valuing other people, and valuing our life. If you value something, you look after it. You look after yourself. If you value your life, look after other people if you value their life. You don't hurt yourself if you value yourself. You don't hurt other people if you value them. So why would Israel fight with Hamas? Because they do not respect one another. They are equally bad. They are as bad in Israel and Hamas as the rest of the world, including us. Because we haven't learned peace. That is the criticism. So the complement, the perspective complement included, that let us stop and begin to re-examine our mindsets. As we think, so we are, so we become. I'm just checking if this device is working. We are 12 minutes into this part of the video. At the end, I will do my basic type of editing, because I'm not really a pro in video production. On the contrary, every single day I do video. It's a learning opportunity. And what I have also learned recently, because I've been spending more time watching other people's video, and in a sense, I see how they edit, how they produce, how they go about their videoing. It is a refreshing way to learn from other people. It doesn't matter who they are, it doesn't matter how big or small YouTubers they are. People have different skills and techniques and sense of creativity. There are people who may not have really even learned anything about technology, and they just learn on the job of content creating. And it is so remarkable how people really enterprise, how they progress, how they really excel in doing one thing or another. Life is full of excitement, and you know, positivity is the name of the game. But we are positive if we are also valuing what is right. As a society, it is about time now for us to take a stance to define to ourselves and to the people living next to us what the right thing is. There has to be a sense of right and wrong. Because if something hurts us, if it hurts us, then it is wrong. There are people who now are so perverse that if something is hurting them, then they say it's really nice. Some people really hurt themselves. See, they really abuse themselves and they don't listen to anyone. But see, listening is a skill. I mean, if you listen to yourself, you listen to others, you learn to do what is right. You cannot do what is wrong. There are perverted people who now consider wrong things to be right. And it doesn't make us any human if we don't really know what is right and what is wrong. As I speak now in Parliament in Westminster in the United Kingdom, where I live, there are laws being passed to promote the idea of mercy killing. I say, by way of opinion, that there is nothing like mercy killing. There is everything like brutal, like barbaric, like, savage killing. We don't create life unless we are wizards and witches, deceiving ourselves and deceiving others as being creators of life. Life is a mystery, it's created mysteriously. And we only live once. You are born, you live, and you die. If somebody dies, we cannot bring them back to life. So we have no right whatsoever. So the British government and the governments across the globe, I have spoke about nationalism, and globalism. Such that what happened in the United Kingdom so often happens similarly across the globe. It is something called globalization. And that is what I've been talking about repeatedly. And if you need to know something important in terms of politics and development, know about globalization. Because that is where we are aiding as a society. We are giving up our nationhoods, our sovereignty, in favor of the global sovereignty, which is a good thing. And like I said previously, everything we do as people, if we do it peacefully, will work in our favor, including globalization. If we choose to be nationalist, people in a sovereign state is also going to be good if we do it peacefully. But I believe with globalization, we are better off as global nations coming together into one big happy family. Our happiness is related to whether or not we are peaceful. If we are not peaceful, if we keep fighting, we are not going to be happy. A lot of people are convinced to be happy, you have to be really violent and brutal and really wicked and very evil. If something hurts, it is evil. There are people who self-harm, refusing to eat, refusing to even keep warm, abusing themselves, causing physical and emotional pain to themselves, and perhaps also to other people. These are people who are wicked. Unfortunately, more and more of us, including me, are becoming more and more wicked, but there is good news. We can all stop and think again, we can change. We can become better citizens, better individuals, thinking positively. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as it's peaceful, as long as it is productive, constructive, protecting, nourishing, caring, providing welfare, part of progress. that is a good thing, because that is what makes us happy. The moment we start fighting, we are unhappy, because somebody is going to be hurt or killed. How can you be happy if you... It doesn't matter how insane you might be. Insanity is a disease which needs treating. We cannot celebrate that as a virtue. Some people are so insane that they are now trying to say that is normal. Insanity, barbarism, senseless killing. You kill people like there is no tomorrow. It doesn't matter whether you're Israel, whether you're an Arab. We are celebrating something called Ramadan. I think because it is, Islam is a type of religion, and every religion has its purpose, legitimate purpose, peace. Every enterprise, every undertaking by human being has its purpose, peace. And you see, how can we mix up peace and war? If you're a Muslim, if you practice Islam, what makes you think you deserve to be alive more than a Christian, and vice versa? If you are Jewish, you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are Catholic, you are Anglican, you don't believe in God or you believe in God. The starting point, in my opinion, is that we are humans. We are exactly the same. We live, we have blood, human blood flowing in our veins. We are not aliens. We are not wizards and witches. We are normal people. And that is the hope, because we can live together. Doesn't matter what our beliefs are, because in the end, we will lead somewhere sensible. It doesn't matter where you end up. It's a case of waiting and seeing, why should you die before your time? We are here to live. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. And so, we have to start living in hope, living together, peacefully. Because with peace, there's happiness. Now, we look for happiness everywhere. Eating an healthy diet, like extremely sweet things, extremely fatty things, doing all sorts of things, flying in the sky, whether we are doing racing, whether we are doing sports, it can make us happy. That is fine, as long as we are peaceful doing that. I watch Formula One, I watch tennis, I watch a lot of sport. And as long as it is peaceful, as long as our intention is good, anything we do will actually make us happy, because it promotes peace. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, continue watching. There we are, the new equipment. If I press here, it's going to stop. There, 1, 2, 3, stop. If you value your life. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, continue watching, and I really appreciate you hanging around up to this time. Now this is the final segment of our video, or that is the plan, and I hope to be as brief as also showing appreciation for your participating in this impromptu video, which I produced this evening. Today is the the 4th of March. We are actually on Tuesday, 2025. 2025 started off very remarkably exciting. We are looking forward to positivity. We are looking forward to a lot of good things, a lot of productivity, a lot of freshness. If you like, is we are, like I've been saying, we are essentially what we think. We are also what we eat. Leave a comment below what you ate today in terms of food, in terms of what you drank. What did you drink? Did you drink water? Did you drink juice, tea? I've been drinking a lot of tea recently. Warm drink, but I have to force myself almost to drink water because it is my understanding that the older you get, the less thirsty you feel, but also the more vulnerable if you don't drink water. I said it in the beginning of this video that how you think, more or less determines, I mean, realistically, you're thinking in certain ways, you produce certain outcomes. So even if you are 200 years, nobody has reached that age yet in our generation, but who knows? There are scientists working on slowing down. That information is informal because I heard it over the radio a few years ago. If you live in the United Kingdom, if you like listening to radio, BBC Radio 4, then that's the radio station I used to listen to. And you can listen to things like nanotechnology, 3D printer. I talk about that. I listen a lot about those things, you know, robotics, artificial intelligence, AI, you know, nanotechnology. I like to talk about those things. They're so exciting, but they are also regenerative health and wealth. Maybe leave a comment below if you know anything about regeneration. I mean, the theory, if it is a theory at all, is that if you chop off your leg, it grows back. If you chop off your head, it grows back. Do not try these propositions at home because these are information bordering on science fiction or even fiction in their own rights, whether it is scientific or not. But I like the movie Blade, and I think Wesley Snipes starring in that movie, those series of movies as Blade. And in one of the movies, I saw someone shot in the chest. There are vampires. The vampires there are portrayed as being regenerative. If they are hurt, they can regenerate and come back. That is cool. It's so amazing. But the problem with the Blade is that the creatures are so wicked. And equivalence in the human terms, would be really fantastic if we produce regeneratively. And there is a type of animal in Africa, perhaps also around the world. It's a type of gecko lizard. We grew up seeing this live. If you break off their tails, a few weeks later, the tail grows up. It grows up back up. I think some types of snakes also regenerate. This is an exciting part of nature. And the rumors, let me put it in these terms. The rumors is that there are scientists now doing research on these creatures to see if they can develop regenerative equivalence in terms of science, in terms of health products and programs. Life with technology can be extremely exciting. As exciting as it is also precarious, because as scientists, as researchers, as enthusiasts, name yourself, things can go one way or another. And there are a group of scientists, that is also rumors, but take these rumors seriously, because I also watch it somewhere on television, because if I don't read and research a piece of information, I treat it with a pinch of salt, because when I talk about it, I want to talk about it as rumors, but it is actually people. They are. I think they are factual. Leave a comment below. Go online and read about aging. Talk about growing old, aging. There are people now doing research to try to see if they can slow aging down or just stop it altogether, so that you stop growing old. If it came next year, if it came maybe 10 or 20 years from now, you will suddenly slow down. Because as you mature to a certain age, you begin to degenerate. Old age is going to catch up with you. You're going to start going down instead of going up. Instead of going level, you start going down. You grow old, and eventually you die. This, I mean, you want to get some surety about mortality. Then aging is a ticket for you. Nobody wants to die. I certainly don't want to grow old, because as I grow older, which is an inevitability in our lives, in our nature, it is a signal that you're about to leave this world and go into the next. I am a Christian. Good on me. I believe in God. I don't know God that well. Leave a comment below if you know God that well. Share your thoughts about God. I know God a little bit, but by faith, I believe everything spoken in the Bible as a Christian. Every single word written in the Bible, I believe it to be true, and that is enough. Because faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. If you hear the word of God, it's a clever preacher preaches the word of God to you, then you can become faithful. And the Bible says Abraham believed what God said, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. Abraham, the father of Isaac, the father of Israel, Jacob. And that's the order. God promising them. That is the biblical material, the Old Testament. I think it is in Genesis. I don't know which part of Genesis. You go and do your research. The Bible text is everywhere. Abraham gave birth to Isaac. And Sarah, the wife of Abraham, was already old, was about 100 years. 90 years, Sarah was around 90 years. Abraham was about. The Bible says they're already dead. Their bodies had already died, but old age. God said to Abraham, you this time next year you will have a son. His name is going to be Isaac. The scripture says Abraham believed God, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. He became righteous. When you are righteous, it means you have a clean bill with God. God has accepted you, because God is a righteous God. Righteousness means you are qualified in the books of God. If you are a friend of God, then you are in a good place. I speak as a Christian. I also speak as an Anglican. I have mentioned this elsewhere. I'm from Africa. We got faith from the British. The British went into Africa, part of our world, and created my country. My country existed as a world, but not as a demarcated country. Its name was not even given. So about 40 to 50 ethnic groups were brought together under the British rule, under the British colonialism. Some people call it the British imperialism. You see, the thing about imperialism is that a powerful country like Britain, a powerful nation, look for weaker ones and colonize them. and create an empire over them. That's why it is called imperial. Empire means you all sway over this nation. You rule them by force, by an iron force, a fist. You make sure they know who the boss is. And these things happened in the past. I don't know if it still happens today. I don't know. You leave a comment below if you think colonialism and imperialism still occur. I don't really know. But I know the history from my country that it was because you see, if you conquer somebody, if you invade their country and conquer them and take their land, you have to rule over them. Otherwise, they will fight back, and it can be tragic. So next time you try to colonize another country, make sure you do it properly. I'm not encouraging you to be a colonialist, but you know, if we talk about freedom and you think your freedom is to go and colonize other sovereign states, if Russia thinks it can colonize Ukraine, then it's up to Russia to decide to do it properly. Colonize Ukraine 100% in your favor. Be selfish. You can't be a colonialist and be generous. You have to be brutal. A lot of people die during colonialism. They died then, and they potentially will be dying in places like Ukraine and maybe Russia, and also in the Middle East. You know, like battle for supremacy in the Middle East, because I think they are fighting over land in the end, because there are accusations by Arabs who are opposed to Israel that Israel is expanding its land into the territories they should. I don't know the details, so excuse my limited knowledge. No, limited knowledge is a bad thing. So leave a comment below if you know anything, the story of the Middle East, the conflict, what is causing it. But we know they are fighting, and then the war has really taken long. A lot of people have died. A lot of people are suffering. If you are weaker in the relationship of warfare, then you are more of a victim than a victor. The people with more power wins, and winners take all. If you win, you take everything. And that's what happened to Africa. What happened around the world, what still happens or potentially can happen. If you see a powerful nation like America, United States of America, or Russia, or China, or Great Britain, any of the European countries, these are superpowers of the world. They see Africa like grasshoppers. Because they can, America, Russia, China, and Europe can destroy Africa completely because they have a lot of power. But I don't think it is any longer in their interest to destroy a continent like Africa. But don't take my word for it, because I've just been talking about cultural economy. And I can say, you know, there's still a lot of violence. I don't know, because a lot of countries operate in secrecy. We are, in theory, but also in practice, we are becoming a global world. Whether we are global or local, whether we are national or international, we have to be peaceful. That is a remit. It is a must. You want to call me a dictator, call me a dictator, but the only power I have is the power to think. I don't have guns and bombs, and I don't intend to have guns and bombs, because my gun and bomb is for me to decide to tell the truth about peace. Because the greatest gun and bomb is actually peaceful discourses. You value your life, you value the life of other people. You respect yourself, you respect other people. That is actually the greatest instrument which you can weaponize to fight evil. But I think to instrumentalize it is even better. You need the instrument of peaceful discourses, and we are able to achieve that. That's good news. So I sit here believing that there is hope for humanity, and you know, the idea of colonialism involves rule, and rule is wrong because people do not want other people to rule over them. We are born free. Freedom means you rule over your life. You rule over your space. You manage your resources. You don't invite somebody else to manage your resources on your behalf. Or you don't allow other people to invite themselves to manage your world, your resources on your behalf. You have to be free and work with fellow free men and women to rule over your spaces, either collectively or individually. But I would say we are a social animal. That's why social media is very relevant and appropriate, because people are happy when they are socializing on social media, on YouTube. And it's no accident that more and more people are now spending their time on social media, especially YouTube, TikTok, Netflix. I don't know if Netflix is a social media, because I have to confess I know very, very little about Netflix. But I think it might be. I know it has to do with something to do with video. You can actually access it to watch videos. I don't have Netflix. I don't know how much it costs. Leave a comment below if you know how much Netflix costs. And the purpose of this video is just to do a reflection, to review the year 2025 so far, how it's going, and also to talk about the equipment. This you're seeing, this is a microphone. You think there has been changes to the sound of my videos? Leave a comment below, let me know. Because you can buy equipment aptly like this and it does not change at all how your video sounds. And if I can achieve the slightest possible sound to improve the sound because of this equipment, then I will count it joy and success. If I wear this microphone and it doesn't actually change to improve the sound of my video, then I will be disappointed. But it's not going to be the end of the world for me, because at least I think it looks good on my jacket. If it doesn't really produce any, I'll probably go back to the man who sold to me. He's a very nice Muslim. We made friends in the store, and he persuaded me to buy this. It was very helpful. I was so happy that if I had more money, I would have given him a tip. And I also got this equipment, which is what I now use, a remote control, to record and to stop. To start recording and stop recording. That is how much I know about it. Maybe that's more, but I think that is the function. The more you use an equipment, the more familiar you get, the more you enjoy. This is definitely working. What I don't know if this is working also, but I don't know how significantly improving of the sound of my video it is going to be. I don't know how is impactful in the positive way it's going to be, but like I already said, I already worn it. It looks very fashionable. Leave a comment below if you think it suits this jacket. If you think I look more professional in your eye, that's how I feel. I think feeling is also a factor to be appreciated. If without more, I will be stopping this material and I will be putting them together in the basic possible way and share it with you on my channel. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel and click like, click notification bell so that you don't miss out on any other new video. Leave a comment so that we share our views, and do as much as you can to share it with family and friends. And thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. This is the thing. This is the equipment. This is the remote. Turn. If I press, it should stop. 1, 2, 3, stop.